I combed through over 1,000 pages of the big, beautiful bill, so you don't have to.
So Trump's big, beautiful bill is on everybody's mouth. You've got people claiming it's the worst thing that's ever happened to the American taxpayer and the poor, and other people saying it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. The crazy thing is 99% of Americans have not bothered to go look at it. Yes, it's over 1,000 pages. And guess who did? Guess who looked at it for the past hour? Yours truly. Now, did I break it down? Did I really read every word? No, I skimmed sections. What I can tell you is every illegal, undocumented immigrant is no longer legally able to apply for WIC, food stamps, housing, Medicare or Medicaid, Social Security or disability. You are cut off. You will now be charged a minimum of $1,000 to apply for a visa and or, like to go to your hearing. If you are an unaccompanied minor child, the cost is $3,500 per kid. So welcome back to Starkey Forum Said. My name is Samantha. I was once an educator. I guess I always will be. The one thing I cannot stand is fear-based politics. I like facts, and facts is this bill is not bad. Okay, so I want you to listen to this self-proclaimed guru, big beautiful bill.
That this list is probably going to keep growing. I'm just sharing with you the initial things that stuck out. Now, one thing I will always give the Republicans kudos for is that they are great at marketing. And I noticed that they have started throwing around the terminology of SALT, S-A-L-T. SALT stands for state and local taxes. The reason they're calling it SALT is because they know that the general population will be alarmed if they learn that because of the big beautiful bill, if it passes the Senate, that your state and local taxes will increase drastically. Another really important thing you need to understand about the big beautiful bill is that the tax cuts are permanent tax cuts for wealthy and rich people in America. These are people that are earning over $400,000 a year. If you earn under $400,000.
By the way, I was demonetized for speaking truth. It's videos like this that got me demonetized. Now, I was threatened recently, big target on my back, for talking about things that are happening, organized crime in my community, right? So today we went shopping for my two, not B, the letter before it, and checked prices. If you guys would like to donate to our channel, this would be a great weekend to do so. Row in our boat so that I can get something that's better than what I was having to look at today because I don't have credit cards. YouTube doesn't pay me, but I have to better protect myself. If I'm going to continue to push back against evil, then I need all of you to seriously consider sending $1. If that's the minimum you could do, we appreciate it. It's 103 of you. That would be 103,000. I could not only fence my entire property, I could buy several of those to be the letter before it and protect me and mine. I love you guys so much. Thank you. She claims she read it. She read it. And it is going to raise your taxes. She doesn't say how. She does not bring up one subsection, not one article that's actually going to raise your taxes. She gave you one bit of truth, wrapped it in lies, and sold it to the ignorant, stupid people who are going to listen to her. Yeah, I don't have any, I'm not going to be nice about it anymore, folks. Being a Christian does not mean I'm supposed to be nice to everybody, okay? It means when you're being a liar and you're bearing false witness, I'm going to call you out on your sin. First off, there is nothing in this bill that should cause your state and local taxes to go up. Nothing. In fact, there is investment money for bridges, investment money for rural communities, investment money to open up rural hospitals that closed under Joe Biden. Look at that. Bring back the hospitals. Yes. Okay? Yet that there's requirements, like you couldn't have closed at a certain date after a certain date, and you have to be 35 miles from the next nearest hospital. You see what I'm saying? Like there are requirements, but this is for those big areas that don't have hospitals within a couple hours drive. This is going to bring your local hospitals back, people. Second thing, it really increases money for military. And I'm not just talking military spending to protect America and to clean up our bases and, give us an Iron Dome to stop missiles. No, it's more than that. It's raises for military personnel and bonuses, sign-on bonuses for people who are very qualified and good at their job. Now they can have a sign-on bonus. It's money for college for our military. It's daycare for our military. It's better medical care for our military. It's housing for our vets. It's a good bill when it comes to military spending, so I want to hear no negativity. And yes, no more transgender mutilation of babies on tax dollars. You want to cut your kid's penis off? You better start a savings fund. Ask grandma for some money. Well, I'm being dead serious. You want to take your daughter's clitoris and turn it into a fake penis and elongate her urethra so that she's in chronic pain for the remainder of her life? That's not on taxpayers, you idiot. That's going to come out of your pocket, your health care, your parents, your whatever. Pick up a second job. Blue-haired people, we're not paying for it. No more. You want to hormone-induce your children to look like a hair goblin? Do it on your own dollar. The taxpayers of America will no longer pay for it. There was some great information in there about SNAP. I literally told my husband, anybody you see on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, crying about food stamps being reduced, it's because they are truly lazy. President Trump did a great job. His administration did a great job making sure that there were provisions for just about everything. You have a disabled child, fill out the waiver. You'll still get your food stamps. You're taking care of elderly parents, fill out the waiver. You'll still get your food stamps. Have a child under 7, fill out the waiver. Between the ages of 18 and under or 65 and over, fill out the waiver. If you're disabled, fill out the waiver. It's on you to be adult enough to make sure you still get your food stamps. Other than that, even people in college, fill out the waiver, you'll still get them. The only people that can't get them are illegal undocumented immigrants who should not be here to begin with. Go home. Go home. We're tired of funding you. 30 million of you. Pack up, leave. Bye. The rest of you Americans having 12 children from 13 different baby daddies, quit complaining because your sorry little behinds are still going to get your food stamps.
It's people like her that ruin the system for the people who actually need it. She's not struggling. She's strategizing how to avoid work. She's doing the math on how to keep the government money coming in, not on how to contribute to her own household. She literally admits she won't work because she doesn't want to lose her benefits. And yet she expects a man, her husband, to carry the entire financial load, while she sits back and plays the system. That's not partnership. That's parasitic behavior. There are women out here with real needs, trying to make ends meet, doing everything they can. And then there's her, draining resources that were meant for the truly struggling, just because she doesn't want to lose her free ride. She doesn't want equality. She doesn't want fairness. She wants control without responsibility. She wants comfort without contribution. And the worst part? She's proudly telling the world she's okay with living off government assistance instead of being a team player in her own marriage. That's the system being abused. That's what gives hardworking people a bad name. That's the kind of mindset that keeps people stuck generation after generation.
Nail salons are no longer accepting your EBT card for payment. I just went and got my nails done, like I do every month, at the same nail salon.
This is what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
They accept all forms
She
of
tells
payment.
on herself.
There's a sign right on their counter. We accept all cards. My EBT food stamp card is a card.
You paying for your
I have
nails
used
with
this card
food
to
stamps?
pay for my nails, my lashes, my eyebrows, okay, for over 5 years.
What they got going on in Michigan?
I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was the card company they go through.
No.
I don't know if it was the state of Michigan.
The state of
I don't know if
Michigan,
it's
yeah.
themselves. But they are no longer accepting your EBT card as a form of payment.
Now, he talked about Medicaid and Medicare and making sure, like your credits, you know, how is that going to be done? Folks, if you get cut off, it's because in all actuality, you could, if you would try, to take care of yourself. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nobody who truly deserves it is going to lose due to this bill. You get a little bit more money on tax credits for your children because, you know, we turned the IRS into a welfare system. Yes, we did. I don't care who gets angry about it. I'm being real with you people. Listen to me. The one thing I burst out laughing and said, oh my God, people in my community are fixing to run into a real problem. Here's a real story. I know someone who has custody of a child. Legal, these bugs, man, the gnats. Legal custody of an underage child. The mother, 2 years ago, the mother used a Social Security number, got that federal income tax child credit. But so did the person who legally had the child. That was in 2023. So for 2024, the IRS sent a code to the person who had legal custody, said, here's your code. Use this with the child Social Security number. You can get the tax return. The mother won't. The mother stole mail out of the mailbox, got the code, applied, and then my friend applied too. So again, they double dipped. Let me tell you what's fixing to happen. When they start checking all that, which starts, I think, in July, it's awesome. They see that tax number run twice, especially 2 years in a row. That means for 2025, they're not going to send the child tax credit. So for people who are selling their children's Social Security numbers, mixing and matching names with birth dates, if they catch any of that and they're going to be applying an AI system to this, they will cut you off forever because duplications are happening. We're losing billions of dollars yearly to people like in my community where 2 or 3 people are claiming the same kid. They're doing it over and over and over and nothing ever happens to them. And the IRS knows, like, people turn them in and still nothing happens to them. I don't know how they get away with it. I guess that's that equitable punishment, right? So Trump's closing that loophole. So when you hear the Democrats having a meltdown, it is because he's closing the loopholes. There's no more stealing from the taxpayers. You can even start a MAGA fund. And I didn't really get into this, but I thought it was very interesting. I know it doesn't mean make America great again. It's like an investment for money, you know, and gaining assets. It's something about MA, like money, assets, gaining something for children that they can use as an inheritance. Now, some of you, when I did my video the other day telling you guys, please make sure that you have a will, like be a responsible adult. You guys like, no, you really need to set up a trust. You guys were right, because the MAGA account is officially a trust for your children that's taxed like almost not at all. Really, guys should go look at this stuff. This is for people like you and me, not multi-millionaires. All right. This is for the average middle class person that pays their taxes and works really hard. Plus the no tax on tips, the no tax on overtime. I still don't know about the no tax on Social Security. Honestly, I can't find it anywhere. So I think that they just blew that out of the water, which I think is horrific. How can you tax elderly? I'm getting to the point now, I'm like really sick of that. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. Quit letting people fearmonger you. Please, for the love of God, before you speak on it or leave me a 12-paragraph comment, which I don't mind comments, but come on now, for the love of God, I'm one person. Go pull up all 1,086 pages, read it or skim it like I did, then we'll talk about it. Otherwise, listen to somebody that did the work. I love you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with the pushback against their ignorance because it's bad right now.